Hi, my name's Glenn. This is Karen, my wife, and this is our bus. Hello, Glenn Demnon here, back to working on the bus. It's about probably 95 degrees outside. We've got a fan going in here, so if that's kind of too noisy, we'll just have to try to work around that for now. I'm working on this front driver's area some more because I need to figure out what I'm going to do with this area here. These are the fans for the defrost and for the air conditioning, which work fine. That all comes on okay. Problem is the bus has a system here where this little door, this is actually a door that flips up and down, and it has a cable, or it's actually a wire, but it's in a sheath that goes from here over to the left side of the driver's area. Basically this left knob right here, I don't know if you can see that or not. Anyway, the left knob there, which controls this door. The problem is that it's so old and decrepit, basically, that it won't function. I've tried oiling the cable, just all kinds of things. I think that knob is messed up. So they had a bunch of rags all stuffed in here, the people I got it from, to keep outside air from being able to blow in through the system. So I was hoping to restore that to where it would work again, but it's just not going to happen. And so I went ahead and permanently mounted this down. I installed these little blocks of wood here to hold this door down. The gaskets are all in good shape, so it's sealed off airtight all the way across. So the location of the air, or just the natural road air that comes in when that's open, comes in from underneath the front of the bus, up under this front bumper area. Matter of fact, there's some of the rags that they used to block off the air. So when you get up under here, again, I hope you can see that, this oval shaped duct here was plugged off, and it has another plastic, or a duct connector that goes to it, so that it causes the air to come in through these openings that go across the front of the bus here. So these openings would draw air in, and it would just give the bus some natural airflow. And then this round duct here connected to this piece here that was hanging here. I've got it disconnected now. It's got a little damper in it with some kind of a little air control damper, and then that would in turn go back to this duct here, which is on just under the driver's seat, if you can orient that, or if you can figure out the orientation of that. So that would provide air all the way down through the bus and all that ductwork that's in the floor, which is just road air. So I'm gonna have to just do away with that. It's just not gonna function right. So this doesn't need to be plugged off here necessarily. I'll probably fill this with spray foam here. I've already got the lid shut at the top anyway, so that's probably not gonna matter. So it's just not gonna get the natural airflow anymore. Now the other knob left of the driver's seat controls this valve right here, that the best I can tell is getting water or antifreeze from the rear of the bus, and this would turn that water on and off to going up into the AC system there, not AC of course, but defrost, through these hoses here that go up into that system, and I'll show you that in a second. But that appears to work not only with this open to allow the hot water into the front of the bus, but it also relies on a pump, a circulation pump that's at the back of the bus. So I'm going to go back and look at that pump. So basically that pump, the best that I can tell, is here at the very back of the bus. And it looks like, from what I can tell from the MCI schematics online, that pump is right here. And so that needs to circulate water to take it to the front of the bus. Again, the best that I could tell, I'm not 100% sure on how that works, but that's how the water gets to the front of the bus. So just to take you up front here and show you the front once again, I'm not 100% sure on how this works, but the best that I can tell is this coil, the I believe it's the bottom half of it, or the 2 rows of tubes here, is the air conditioning side of things, and then the hot water side for defrost is the upper 2. So you see there's a row of tubes up here, row here. These do not seem or appear to connect to these rows. So this appears to be a dual purpose coil. Bottom half is air conditioning, top half is hot water for the defrost. So, and the reason I say that again is that these 2 top pieces here, these lower pieces are connected to all this AC stuff. The 2 upper tubes are connected to the water that goes down through those blue hoses down through the floor, ultimately to that valve. And that valve, again, is controlled to the left of the driver's seat here, right there, where it has the hot and cold right here. So if you pull that, I'm assuming when you pull it, it's hot. When you push it back down, then it just doesn't let the hot air or hot water to come in. So that valve works really well, and I'm very pleased about that. So then, of course, I've taken all this stuff here apart. I've got this piece here that'll go back in. This is kind of redirects the air a little bit. It's got a little door on it here. It's got a couple of filters that go inside it that are a little bit trashed, but anyway, they'll work. I might have to make something new for that. So those go up underneath here, and they set partway on this. So this basically goes in here, and it anyway, once that's in there, then what it does is it creates a direction for the airflow to go. So if I have that bottom outside air intake completely shut, then that means I would open this permanently open, this little door here, which then would just draw air from the bus through the fans, through the duct, and out the openings in the top here. So, but I haven't been able to get hot water to this yet, because that pump doesn't appear to be working. But at any rate, once this is installed back in place here, then there's a piece that goes on across this face, once that's up in there, and closes this off so that it's not drawing air in here from the bus. It's drawing air through, so that it goes through the coils first, into the fans, out these ducts, and into the defrost system. So being that there's nothing in here that I can do to make all that function, I've taken all this apart. I've got this hinge all working, and I was hoping to get this thing to function with that knob over there left of the driver's seat. It's just not going to happen. It's not worth the trouble to have outside air. So I've got that plugged off. I'll reinstall this piece, open this front up permanently, put the filters back in where they go, and then that'll function, at least as far as this end goes, for the defrost. So I'll tell you, work on these buses is a lot of work, and this is just one of the things that, regardless of what you're doing with the rest of the bus, a guy has to have defrost. I mean, you can't get by without defrost, and so I'm hoping that that'll get things functioning and get me down the road here eventually. So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody, and I'm continuing to make videos. I'm still waiting for some things to happen. I'm getting things ready for blowing in the ceiling. I'm drilling holes in the framework and putting foam insulation in and things like that. And but I'm not ready to make a video on that yet. I still have to also reconnect all my clearance lights back on where I disconnected them when I took down the upper shelving and stuff. And so anyway, a lot of things are kind of in the flux here. So thanks for watching, everybody. Take care of yourselves.